Afghanistan rejects Trump's call for return of Bagram base. Kabul. The Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan has firmly rejected renewed U.S. debate over the Bagram air base, declaring that no part of Afghan soil will ever be ceded at any price. The statement comes in response to remarks by former U.S. President Donald Trump, who has called for Washington to immediately regain control of the facility. Taliban Army Chief Fasihuddin Fitrat, speaking at a Kabul ceremony on Sunday, assured citizens that not even 1 inch of the country's land could be part of any agreement, describing such proposals as impossible and unacceptable. He said the emirate is unafraid of bullying or threats, stressing that 2 decades of war had already proved the resilience of Afghan fighters against the United States and its allies. Officials of the Islamic Emirate underscored that Afghanistan's independence and sovereignty remain paramount, with the Doha Agreement requiring Washington not to use force, threats, or interference in the country's internal affairs. Deputy spokesman Hamdullah Fitrat reiterated that America must honor these commitments. The emirate cast Bagram as a powerful symbol of failed occupation, once the largest U.S. base, a hub for night raids, and a place of suffering for Afghans. Now, they say, it represents America's defeat, recalling how U.S. troops departed in secrecy in August 2021 without even informing the former Afghan government. The Taliban argue Afghanistan is no longer a showroom of American power, but the graveyard of imperial ambitions, citing the retreats of Britain, the Soviet Union, and NATO. Analysts warn any renewed U.S. bid to reclaim Bagram would risk straining Washington's ties with China and Russia while creating global ripple effects at a time of challenges in Europe and Latin America. Emirate officials insist that Afghanistan's entire population now stands united to defend independence with no puppet government or mercenary forces left to rely on. Trump has claimed without independent confirmation that Bagram is under Chinese control. He has also warned of bad consequences if the base is not returned. Meanwhile, former U.S. envoy Zalmay Khalilzad suggested that if prisoner and hostage issues were resolved, future security cooperation, including possible use of Bagram for joint counterterrorism operations, could not be ruled out, though it would demand patience and sustained effort. For the emirate, however, the stance is unequivocal. Bagram is not negotiable, and Afghanistan will not repeat what it calls America's failed experiments.